Okay, now the first thing we need to do is to coming back to the index.html and to remove this part and include the footer, includes /footer.html. The same for the navbar. So we have here, this is the navbar. Okay, let's refresh the page and to check if everything is okay. So let's see. Okay, perfect. This one now is from the navbar.html, and same for the footer. Now whenever we change something on the navbar.html, we will see the effect on all the pages. So to test that thing, let's change something on the navbar. For example, let's call this one home, and go back here and refresh, and we can see now it's home. Okay, we will keep these small things to do it later. The most important thing now is to configure all these pages. So let's start from here. What we are going to do is, for each of these templates, we will extend the base.html and reconfigure the structure of the page. Okay, so for example, here there is no need anymore for all these data. We just need first to say extends base.html and load static and block content for sure. So this is going to be, for example, block content, and let me go down to close it. Also, this one is not needed anymore. All this is not needed. Same for the keyword body, by the way, because it's already written in the base.html. All these things are content for the resume.html until the end. Finally, we have here the footer, which is going to be extended by the base. Same for all these files. So the last thing to do is to say and block. Save, and let's go to check it. Perfect. So we have now the navbar, the top bar, and the content of the page. One thing to mention is that, as we can see, we have a problem with the static files, so we need to configure them manually. We will not do that now, since all these files are going to be dynamic later and can be uploaded from the admin panel. The most important thing is to make sure that the structure of the template is the same on all the pages. One additional thing I want to say here, that, for example, before the block content, we have the block title, so block title, and what I'm going to say is minus resume, and then say and the block. Now we refresh the page again, and as you can see, we have minus resume. Okay, so the same procedure we need to follow for all the remaining templates. Now let's continue. So we need to follow this same procedure. So let's copy this one, go to the posts. It starts from here, so we remove everything that is before, and this is posts, so let me call it projects and posts. And finally, we say here and block. Save, go back here and test posts. Okay, so in posts we have a problem with these CSS files. Let's see what's the problem. Okay, for sure we forgot to extend the base.html here. Okay, now we come back and we refresh, and everything now is okay. So next step is post. Copy this one and paste it here again. Starting from here, remove everything until the end. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so for the lesson, maybe it's different, because lesson doesn't follow the same template, so it's totally independent. So we can keep it for the meantime. Just we need to configure here the static files. so we'll keep it for later. We are just working now on the pages that they follow the general structure of the base.html. So here, by the way, I forgot something to say, is that here configure later, because the title is going to be the title for the post. Okay, let me check here. Fine. For post, everything's okay. Now for learn. And for learn, let's call it here learn with me. Remove everything. Let's check it. Learn. Okay, well, the problem, I think it's from here. So let me check again if there is another hyperlinks. Fine. Refresh again, and here we go. We still need to configure the static files and all these web pages. So we configured also the index.html. Now let's go back to the course details, but let me first check learn with me is okay. Everything is done. Finally, we have here to insert this one, and here let me say here that configure later, because also here we are going to put the title of the course. Going down, and say here and block course underscore details, and here we go. We have everything done perfectly. We just need for sure to work with the static files. So as you can see that the last step for the templates is just to configure all the static files and same here and everywhere. So I'm going to do them since you already know how to do them, and then we can continue after that by working on the project completely, because I think that now you covered everything related to the templates, so we can start by working on the backend. Thank you so much.